Hi everyone, welcome to JavaTechie. I hope everyone aware about switch statement in Java. If not, let me tell you. Switch statement basically used to evaluate results based on condition, which you can consider alternative to if else. And this switch statement in Java has gone through a rapid evolution since Java 7. So in this tutorial, we'll discuss evolution or changes of switch statement from Java 7 to Java 17 with an example. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started. So let me list down all the JDK version where switch statement changes has been done. So let me add a comment here so that I can specify all the JDK version. So the initial switch statement is there in JDK 7. Then the next changes has been made on JDK 8. Then next changes is on JDK 12. Then the last changes on JDK 14. And the final changes made on switch statement is on JDK 17. So JDK 17 is latest Java version. It was released on 2021 September. Okay, so these are the version where switch statement changes has been made. So let's begin with JDK 7. Until Java 7 only integers could be used in switch case, and this had been the standard for long time. Now let me write one example of JDK 7 switch statement. So just write public void, then I will give the method name something switch case example Java 7. Now let me add the live template. I just created this live template to save the time. And if you observe this syntax, you can pass only integer to the case statement if you are using JDK 7. Just add JDK 7 in your build path, and if you will pass any other data type, your code will cry. It won't allow you to pass any data type rather than integer. Fine. So that's what one restriction was there in JDK 7. You can pass only integer to the switch statement. Fine. Now in Java 8, which is the next release of Java and having the lot of feature introduced as part of Java 8, as part of the switch statement in Java 8, you can pass string. Okay, in Java 7 you can pass only integer, but in JDK 8 you can pass string as well as the enum. Now let me write a simple example of JDK 8 switch case. So just write a method public void. I'll just change it to the Java 8 switch case string example. I'll just name it because there is two feature. Two switch statement was introduced in JDK 8. You can pass string as well as the enum, right? So I'll just add switch case string example Java 8. Same, I created the live template. I can add it. Fine. So you can pass a string something like this to the case value. Case Monday, it will be weekday. Tuesday, it will be weekday. Saturday, Sunday. Like this you can add. Okay. Now let's take a look into the enum example. So I'll just write another method public void, add the method name switch case example, switch case enum example. I will give it enum example Java 8. Okay, so first you need to create a enum, right? So I'll just create a enum Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These are the 7 days I added as a enum. Okay, now I'll just add the switch statement here with the help of enum. So what I'll do, I'll just add the switch enum. Again, this is the live template. So I created live template for 7 and 8 because everyone know or everyone aware about those kind of syntax. All right. So to save the time, I just added this live template. Okay. So there is nothing complex in this syntax. The way you pass the string here, similar way in Java 8, you can pass the enum here. So this is what the enum we created, right? This is what the days we created of 7 days, Monday, Tuesday to Sunday, and that's what I'm passing here. Rather than passing the string here, I'm just giving the enum statement. So let's recap once again. In Java 7, you can pass only integer, where in Java 8, as part of switch statement, you can pass string as well as you can pass the enum here. Okay, so let me note it down here. You can pass the string as well as you can pass the enum. Fine. Now the next switch statement changes has been made on JDK 12. JDK 12 further enhanced the switch statement and introduced switch expression as a preview feature. It introduced a flurry of new features. You can return value from a switch block and hence switch statement became a switch expression. So in JDK 12 you can return a value from your switch statement. So there is two way you can return your statement. You can use the break keyword or you can use the arrow function. Okay. Now apart from that there is another feature. You can have multiple values in case label. Okay. So you can have multiple values in case label. Fine. So these are the three major changes has been made on JDK 12 as part of switch statement. Now let's understand how we can return value from the switch statement using break keyword and arrow function. Okay. So let me write a method public. I just want to return something called string return using break keyword in Java 12. So I'll just copy the above switch statement so that we can just modify it. I'll just change this. So just add it here. This is where the method we added. So we are just giving the day here. If the case will be Monday, I just want to return it as a weekdays. Okay. So I can directly use return weekdays. So I'll just simplify it. I will remove others. If it is Sunday, I'll just return the weekend. Fine. Just remove everything. So let me add this as a return statement and then I just need to add a semicolon here. That's it. Fine. So returns using break keyword in Java 12. So this break keyword will work as a return statement from your case or your switch case. Fine. So this particular piece of code is crying because this was removed after JDK 13. In JDK 13, this break statement was replaced with yield keyword. Okay, this break keyword was replaced with yield keyword. That's the reason this is crying. But if you'll add JDK 12 in your build path and if you'll run this piece of code, it will work. Fine. Now let's understand how this break keyword was replaced with yield method or yield keyword. So I just missed it. Let me add it here. There is also changes on JDK 13 that break keyword replaced with yield keyword. Fine. So this is one more changes in JDK 13. That is the small changes they released. Fine. Now let's quickly discuss how we can use the yield as a return statement in a switch case. So I'll just take the same example. Let me copy this. Then just add it here. Return using, I'll just change the method name using yield in JDK 13. Okay. So instead of break, I can simply type yield. Here also I can change it to yield. Instead of print it, I can return it. Fine. Now if you observe in this method, there is no compilation error because this break keyword was replaced to the yield keyword in Java 13. Since I am using JDK 17 and Java has a backward compatibility, there is no compilation error. But if you add JDK 12 in your build path and if you check this piece of code will work. There will be no compilation error. Fine, let me just comment this for now. Just something written null. Fine. Now we have discussed one feature of JDK 12 of the switch statement. The next feature, you can return the value using the arrow function from the switch statement. So what I will do, I will just copy this particular code. Then I will just write another method to show you how we can return using arrow function. Okay. So let me write another method here. Let's go in order. We'll complete all the 12, then we'll jump into the next version. Okay. So I'll just write public who will return me the string. So I'll just type return using arrow in Java 12. Fine. So let me copy this. So let me pass here string day. Fine. So instead of adding the break and SO period, I just want to return it. Simply I can, or else what I can do, I can just write something like this. Weekdays. I can just add a comma here and I can simply add the return statement here. You can see here there is no compilation error. Same I can do for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the day. Fine. I'll just remove this. Then we'll add in a single shot. Let's remove for all. So I can directly use the weekdays for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday up to Friday, right? I can directly add this arrow function. This arrow function will act as a return statement. So let's copy this piece of code. Directly I can paste it. Then Saturday it will be weekend, right? Same I will add for this guy Sunday. For default also I will just use unknown. I'll just add the arrow function. So why there? Okay, I just need to add a semicolon. Now this is what the second features in JDK 12, or there is a enhancement of switch statement in JDK 12. You can either return using the break keyword, or if you want you can return using the arrow function. Fine. Now the next enhancement, you can add the multiple values in a case. So if you observe the above example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday up to Friday, the value is common here. Fine. Rather than define the multiple case for a same condition, you can combine all. That's what you can define multiple case. So I will just take the same example and I will show you how you can add the multiple case or multiple condition in a single case. Okay. Return using, there is no return, or I can just change the method to multiple case in Java 12. Okay. So Monday will be weekdays, Tuesday will be weekdays, up to Friday it will be weekdays. So I can combine all the case here. I can just add this Tuesday. I can remove this. Similarly, I can also add the weekdays. You just need to add a comma, then define your case in a single line. Fine. Just remove this Wednesday. Similarly, you can define Thursday. Just add a comma here. Just remove this. Fine. Similar way, just add the Friday here, and then you can remove the Friday. So now all the 5 case will return the same weekdays only. Okay. Similarly, you can do for Saturday and Sunday. So I'll just do it quickly. Just add a comma here, paste the case value. Okay. So I just wrongly added here. You'll need to add it here. Fine. Just remove this. For default, you can add any name. Now see here the code complexity or the line of code here, it got reduced, right? So in Java 12, you have a option to define multiple case in a single statement. Now let's move into the next release, which is JDK 14. So there is no any code change for switch statement in JDK 14, but yes, whatever switch statement and feature we discussed so far in JDK 12 and 13, those are preview features. To access that, you need to enable the preview flag as true, but in Java 14 or JDK 14, it just made all the features as permanent from being a preview feature. Okay, you no need to enable the preview flag as true if you are using JDK 14. Fine. And this JDK switch statement has evolved into the switch expression in JDK 14. I'll just show you what is the preview features. just go to your project module, and if you'll see here, I am using JDK 17 preview feature only. Fine. Earlier in JDK 12 and 13 you could see the preview features, but after release this 14 all it made as a permanent, so you cannot see any preview feature as part of JDK 12 and 13. Okay, so this is what I meant in as part of JDK 14. So just add a small comment here, like it just convert preview features to permanent. Fine. Now the last release JDK 17, which is the latest version, and as part of JDK 17 there is switch statement changes has been made. So there is few statement or changes has been made. I will just note it down here so that I can explain you. So first one, there is something called pattern matching. Okay. Then next there is something called guarded pattern. And then last one is something called you can pass null case as part of switch statement. So now let's discuss each feature of JDK 17 which was introduced as part of switch statement enhancement. So the first one is pattern matching. So as part of this pattern matching, you can match pattern in case level itself. So I'll just note it so that I can explain you. You can match pattern in case level itself. Okay. So this is pattern. So in other word, you can say you can pass the object to the switch statement. So I'll just note it here. You can pass object to case. So I'll just show you one example. Let me write one method public. So I can return something called string, public string, pattern matching example Java. I can let me name it Java 17. Fine. So here I can pass the object to the switch statement. So what I will do, I will just add a method here. Let's say, sorry, I will just add a argument here. Object. I'll just give you any name. So as part of switch statement, I can simply pass this object. Fine. Then I can use if this object is type integer. I'll just name something like this. If this is type integer of I, then I'll just print it is integer. Fine. I'll just add a return statement. I'll just add a semicolon here. Now why there is compilation error, insert default branch. Okay, it is expecting to pass the default statement, so I'll just specify default. I'll just give it unknown data type. Fine, unknown data type. So similar way, let me change it to it is an integer. Similarly, you can say if the case is of type string, then it is a string. I'll just add it as it is a string type. So before JDK 17, you can't pass any object to the switch statement. This is one enhancement has been made as part of JDK 17. So you can pass the object to the switch statement. So if you have any of your custom object, for example, let me go to the code. I just created a simple employee class, ID, name and department. I can pass my custom object here. Case employee E. So I can add here it is an employee. Fine. This is what pattern matching in JDK 17. Okay. Now let's move into the next feature, which is guarded pattern. Now what guarded pattern does, let's say here I define employee, and apart from this employee I just want to add additional check. For example, let's say in traditional way I am just adding it. Let's say I just want to, I'll just add it here. For case employee, if employee, or if e dot get department dot equals, if it is IT, then I just want to return some value. Okay, I just want to do something like yield IT employee or something like that. Similarly, if the department is civil, then yield I just want to return civil. So for example, let me add it. I just want to add a multiple condition like this. Let's say civil. So I'll just add it civil employee. Fine. Something like this, I just want to add a condition inside the case statement. So to do that, there is a feature introduced in JDK 17 that is called guarded pattern. Okay, so you can do that. So I'll show you how we can add that guarded pattern. So let me change this. Fine. Now let me write this method. I'll just add it. Guarded pattern example Java 17. So I'll just pass the object here. Here I just want to check and e dot get department dot equals, if it is IT, then I just want to return it is IT employee or something like that. Some statement. This is just a dummy example I am doing, guys, here to find a exact solution or exact what I can say use case where you can implement. Just go through the approach. Okay, so this is what, if this is the employee object and employee dot get department equals IT, then I just want to define some return value which is it is an IT employee. Fine. This is what all about guarded pattern. So there is a spelling mistake. Let me change it. Let me copy this. So we understand about pattern matching and what is guarded pattern. So I can just add a comment. You can pass conditional statement, something like that. Conditional statement to, or conditional statement inside case. Fine. Inside case value. That is what guarded pattern. Now the null case. So you could never pass a null value to switch statement prior to Java 17 without a null pointer exception being thrown. So for example, I can just pass here something like this, case null. So I can just give some value npe, or you can just throw the exception. Fine. So you can't pass the null before JDK 17. This statement itself was not there. So if you are using JDK 17, then you can pass the null check as well as part of your switch statement. If you want to return something as part when there is a null object passed, you can pass a message or you can throw the exception. Okay. Similar way. So there is a pattern matching and guarded pattern, and there is a null value was introduced as part of switch case in Java 17. So I'll just add a note here. You can pass null case. Fine. So if you observe, if you have the above switch expression, for example case null np, then you will never get null pointer exception whenever you will pass this object as a null. Okay, this will avoid the null pointer exception. That's all about the journey from Java 7 to Java 17 switch case examples. So if you want me to prepare a video on JDK 17 all the latest features with example, please do let me know in comment section, and I will just add this code to the video description so that you guys can refer each JDK version switch case example. Okay, that's all about this particular video, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Meet you soon with a new concept.